What's up guys, today I'm going to be going over the best tier 4 SVEN setup that's also pretty cheap and gets really quick bosses. Before I get into this, I just want to remind you all to subscribe and like the video, and also maybe comment your favorite bit of this video and any recommendations you want to see me do in the future. Now this setup is pretty simple and you probably won't have to buy anything else extra. A good idea is to get yourself a Warp to the Howling Caves travel scroll, just for a bit of ease of life and to make sure you can get there quicker, and it's just pretty nice, you don't need to carry Super Boom everywhere you go. It's also only about 30k, so yeah, it's pretty easy to get. Next, for armor, you have a couple options. Up first is your classic dungeon setup, with your Necron, 3/4 Necron or 3/4 Shadow Assassin that you might already have. Another option is Sorrow Armor, which is also pretty cheap, which is about 5 mil per piece, for a total of about 15 mil for the 3/4 Sorrow, and it's a great cheap option. It also gives you a bit of magic find, which is nice if you want to drop an Overflux. Next, for a weapon, you're either going to want to get a Fabled Livel Dagger with One for All or some tier 6 enchants, or if you can afford it, a Giant Sword. Giant Swords are actually pretty cheap right now, sitting at about 115 mil, but if you can't afford them, a Liver Dagger will do perfectly fine, and a Liver Dagger is what I use. For the helmet, you have a couple options. First, you can stick with your ancient Golden Necron or Sedan head if you don't mind losing a bit of damage, but you can also go with a Tarantula helmet, which is only about 1,000,000 coins and will be a significant damage increase. Also, if you're a bit more on the rich side, you can get a Warden helmet, which are also really cheap at the moment, sitting about 140 mil for a good Warden helmet. Finally, for the pets and healing items, you might want to get yourself a couple of healing items if you take too much damage, and also get yourself a Wolf or Baby Yeti, depending on if you care about damage or defense. Now let's test out this setup. I'm using 3/4 Necron with a Golden Necron helmet and a Wolf pet with a Livid Dagger. This is just what I had lying around, and it's my old SVEN setup from when I used to do tier 4 SVENs. You can see I'm just killing a final few mobs before I spawn in the boss. You don't really need to be in any specific position, which is what's great about this setup. You just stand in a corner and then just hit the wolf as much as you can. When it calls the pups, just continue hitting it, and you shouldn't take too much damage. If you are, you can always heal or use a Baby Yeti, but right now I'm using a wolf and barely taking any damage, so it's all fine. I'm getting bumped around a bit here, but if you put yourself in a corner, it's much easier. And there it is, the boss is slain pretty quickly. I was doing about 150k per hit with some decent talismans. And yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. I'll leave a link to my Discord in the description, which you should definitely check out, and I'll see you next time.